Extra special warning. Our hosts do no research and preparation for these movies. They are just two cynical douchebags. They think just because they have 10 years of bad TV under their belts, they are qualified to review these horrible movies.
Well, hello again, YouTube viewers. Bird Gutter here on Tuesday once again with one of the worst movies on Netflix. And this week's movie is Vampegeddon, a craptastic fest of awful white-painted vampires, 35-year-old high school students, and big titties.
Balding dudes. They were trying to remain in their late 30s.
They were trying to portray. But we'll get into it. We'll just say this movie starts off in the Old West with music that does not fit the time frame. It's like this really craptastic modern rock. It's crap.
Yeah, it's crap. What is it? How would you categorize the music? It was more like that.
No, it wasn't even that. It was some kind of
Well, there was a lot of that in the film. You know, it was that cheesy metal, wannabe band sound.
So as we said, it starts off in the Old West. A voiceover comes up and fucking explains crap about because of Bram Stoker writing Dracula, blah blah blah. Fucking vampires had to leave Europe, and guess where they came? They came to the Old West.
Yeah.
And they were followed by some douchebag named Longshanks. Or Longshank, or whatever the fuck his name was. But he was supposed to be Van Helsing, like badass fucking vampire hunter.
But he wasn't.
Him and his wife were in the West, blah blah blah. She gets killed or something, blah blah fucking blah.
Per batch.
And then it cuts to modern times. And there are these high school girls. We'll throw up the quotation marks.
Yeah,
girls. High school girls, because they're all in their fucking 30s.
Or close to it.
And then they're sitting on this bench and they all get attacked by dudes in masks, which turn out to be their boyfriends, which are in their fucking 30s.
Describe the girls, though. There was like the thick redheaded chick.
Yeah, with some huge tits.
Big time.
Okay, and then there was like the really skinny, no tit fucking chick.
Yeah.
That she was like the mild-mannered one.
Yeah.
And then there was this blonde, stripper-looking chick that had a wicked dookie tooth. It was like just brown. She had a brown tooth, man.
They were just chilling there, like, ding! Every time she opened her mouth, and you were like, oh!
And then she'd take her top off, and there were her two stretched fucking silicone bag titties, man. I was like, yes, I talked some shit on Jenna Sims' fucking titties.
Yeah,
but this chick's titties were they were ones you could see the fucking ripples in the fucking bags through her skin. Gross. So dookie tooth and ripple bag tits. Awesome.
Oh. Yeah, but the boyfriend dude, he was awesome. This guy.
There were three boyfriends, and they were all in their 30s.
But this was, you could tell this dude was balding, or something, because he was just like, his hair just had patches.
Oh, you mean gothy hair plugs?
Yes.
Gothy hair plugs.
That's
yes.
Right.
Well, yes, they were all these goths. We can talk smack on how they all look old for like an hour, but we're not. We're just going to move on, right? So the red-haired...
go on longer than that, but yeah.
So the red-haired chick, she wants to contact a vampire, become a vampire because she hates her town.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate my town, but I don't want to contact these pasty white fucking vampires that are in this fucking movie. But anyway, they try and fail.
Go ahead.
So the red-haired chick, she's walking down the street and there's some creepy fat dude, right? He's like, hey, aren't you gonna come into my garage cell? And she's like,
come and get something from me.
And she's like, okay. So she goes in, and he basically hands her, like, creepily gets her to take this fucking book. And then she leaves.
He was like this. He was like, what the hell did that fat fuck say? Half the time I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Well, he ended up saying, you have to take this. You take this book of your free will.
Yeah. That dude was fucking weird as fuck.
She takes the book and dips, and then he gets eaten by 4 naked vampire chicks. That was it. I mean, not even like, they come out, they just rise up from the floor.
But if you're...
And then he's just like, loving every second of it. That fat bastard, that's the only time he's getting any kind of loving is from those actresses that are paid to suck on his neck and his fucking wrists.
That guy's probably married.
Fuck that dude. And fuck his wife, too. That was uncalled for. There was no reason to fuck that dude's wife. I'm sorry.
Shit.
Fuck the dude, but his wife may be cool.
Why do we even fuck the dude? He didn't do nothing.
He was in this fucking awful movie.
He got paid.
How do you know?
I don't know.
They could have just been like, yo, he's a friend of theirs. Can you just come over and do this craptastic scene for me? And he's like, okay, I'll do it.
You're fat, ugly, and damn near homeless. Want to do this film?
So yeah, anyway, we're getting into this, and the movie is Bong of the Dead style dubbed. So,
time.
But in this, unlike Bong of the Dead, there were slight moments where the real audio appeared.
Yeah,
because you'd hear in the background, hear people talking. And then we go back to the fucking dub. So these goth students and their boyfriends are hated by some big fat dude and his retarded fucking friend. Because they end up like just keep fucking with these people. And that's about it. And we'll get into them a little bit more later because they keep going to scare the kids.
In their 30s, balding.
So the book tells the goths where to go. Guess where it tells them to go? Massacre Lane. That sounds like a good fucking plan. Let's go to Massacre Lane.
Fucking A. Let's go to Grind'em Balls Lane.
It's just like fucking Batman. Yeah, let's take little Bruce Wayne through Crime Alley. If you don't think anything's gonna happen, no. We're just gonna take our young son after the movies. It'll stroll through Crime Alley.
I'm like, yeah, we're rich and could afford 90,000 bodyguards, but we're going to walk down this darkened alley with our son.
Named Crime Alley. Oh yeah, and Gothy McHair Plugs really kind of is the Kmart version of Sam from Whitest Kids You Know.
He is he is Sam from Whitest Kids You Know.
No, you cannot. No,
I'm not.
You know, Sam's gonna be pissed if he ever sees this. Be like, fuck you, dude. I'm not that guy.
I know.
He's the Kmart Sam.
I didn't mean like. I'm saying it is Sam. It just looks like Sam. As soon as you see him, you're like, hey, that's Sam from Whitest Kids. It's exactly what's gonna come out of your mouth, and you're gonna go, damn, his hair's fucked.
So they go to Massacre Lane to read the book, and they read it out loud. Very monotone. Very fucking monotone.
Come out up from the ground, vampire person with bald head and queer cape and just random white t-shirt. Dude, this movie was so pathetic. We should be going nuts right now.
So they're reading the book on Massacre Lane around a fire, and they start having these weird dreams, and the girls just start kissing each other. And the red-haired chick with the huge fucking tits, her tits are just out now, right?
Boom.
She's making love with the bad guy from Altered Beast. Because that's what the main vampire in this reminds me of. Yeah, the wizard guy or whatever that pops up.
Welcome to your doom.
Yeah, that's what that fucking skinny bastard looked like. So, fuck it, alright? The main chick, the skinny one with no boobies and the awful fucking skin.
Oh, she becomes English.
Yes, Longshank enters her body. And we don't mean orally, anally, or vaginally. We mean spiritually.
Yeah.
Right? So Longshanks enters her body and she now becomes Longshanks in a woman's body.
Yeah.
Right? So the blonde chick and the big, huge fucking tit chick, they are kind of vampires now, but she somehow breaks the spell and they're not vampires.
Yeah. I can't remember.
And then the red-haired chick wants to become a vampire, so she basically lays down on the ground while the Altered Beast guy for like 10 minutes fucking rubs his hands all up and down her for like 10 fucking minutes. We're like, this is fucking creepy.
Like 10 minutes, man.
Yeah.
It was just constant. Yeah.
And then he finally pops the bra off and this chick's huge cans are out for the rest of the fucking movie.
Pretty much.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining either.
But I mean, for real, it's like this chick's tits are out for like 20 fucking minutes. I mean, it's just big natural titties too, not the fucking wrinkly bags of sand that are fucking dookie toos.
Oh my god! On Dookie Toos, I hope this poor woman does not watch this shit because
I doubt she'll have.
You're a fucking cocksucker.
I doubt she'll have a sense of humor like Jenna Sims because I just said about fish-eyed, her tits being out like this. This chick, I'm just fucking dookie toothed sandbag having tit wearing motherfucker.
You're an evil fuck.
So female Longshanks, aka bad skinned Mao or whatever her fucking name was, she somehow conjures a light ball now, but she's magic.
Whatever. What the fuck ever.
So whatever. Ends up being the chick with her tits out the whole fucking time.
I'm glad you were paying attention.
I really wasn't, so this is kind of hard. I'm trying to remember this. I don't even feel like reading the notes. That's how much I hated this fucking movie, right? So the fucking chick with her tits out gets saved by Longshanks, and they end up in the car, and she's like, so, you're basically a dude in a female's body. Like, you still like women, right? And
she's like,
he's like, yeah?
You want to get
And then
down
the
on
big
this
tit
book?
chick's like, well, I like women too. And they're like, wow. And they just, they're gonna do it. So they drive off, and then the fucking dookie tooth pops out of the fucking trunk. She's a vampire. End the fucking movie. We could have bitched and ranted about this movie for a fucking half hour.
We just don't want to.
We don't want to.
It's
it had
horrible.
its moment. It was all fucking awful, but it had its moments, like the last 20 minutes where that chick's tits are just out bobbling around. But it's done and over with.
Not to make it a good film. It just
No.
had moments of like where you were like, I can pay attention to this, but then the rest of it was like, fuck you, movie.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck you, hair plugs.
And a big fuck you movie's coming up next week, because next week we are doing...
Steve-O, who was the vampire, I think. It probably wasn't, but you look like Steve-O.
Let's get back to my thought of fuck you movie, because next week we are doing The Black Knight fucking Returns.
Oh my
The
God,
Black Knight
no.
Returns is fucking awful. It's confusing, because it's like, it wants you to think it's a Batman, but it ain't a fucking Batman.
It's not even... Wow, you turned a Rodney Dangerfield there for a minute.
We knew it wasn't Batman. It didn't fool us, because, we're used to this fucking tricks of the fucking pictures on Netflix.
Yeah, you see this shit on Netflix, and if it looks too good to be true, it's too fucking good to be true.
So anyway, that's next week. For Bird and Gutter, once again, this has been one of the worst movies on Netflix!
No beer, people are gonna think, oh my god, they're not drinking.
I want one.
Like, alcohol cocksuckers. Like, if we could channel and bring somebody back, who would you pick? Anybody. You don't even have to be a fucking vampire.
We mean to just hang out with, or what?
Yeah.
Or do these reviews with us?
That maybe that.
All right, George Carlin. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. can I go on with the review now?
I was trying to think of one.
Well, you think I'll talk? All right.
Okay.
Wait, sit over there. Stop it! You're in my ear.
That's how I get to you. I'm gonna do it now. You say, put your lips on, just do that in your ear the whole time. Anywhere random. I'll just come to you tomorrow, like, freak you the fuck out. Let me do that right in your ear. You don't even know it.